योगीराम सूरत कुमार, योगीराम सूरत कुमार, योगीराम सूरत कुमार। जय गुरु राया योगीराम सूरत कुमार, योगीराम सूरत कुमार, योगीराम सूरत कुमार। जय गुरु राया योगीराम सूरत कुमार, योगीराम सूरत कुमार, योगीराम सूरत कुमार। जय गुरु राया राम 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 योगीनाथ रत्कुमार योगीनाथ रत्कुमार योगीनाथ रत्कुमार जय गुरुराया राम 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 योगीनाथ रत्कुमार योगीनाथ रत्कुमार योगीनाथ रत्कुमार जय गुरुराया योगीनाथ रत्कुमार योगीनाथ रत्कुमार योगीनाथ रत्कुमार जय गुरुराया राम 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 योगीनाथ रत्कुमार योगीनाथ रत्कुमार योगीनाथ रत्कुमार जय गुरुराया योगीनाथ रत्कुमार योगीनाथ रत्कुमार योगीनाथ रत्कुमार जय गुरुराया राम 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 योगीनाथ रत्कुमार योगीनाथ रत्कुमार योगीनाथ रत्कुमार जय गुरुराया योगीनाथ रत्कुमार योगीनाथ रत्कुमार योगीनाथ रत्कुमार जय गुरुराया राम 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 योगी राम सूरत कुमार की जय। सर्वं योगी राम सूरत कुमारार्पणमस्तु। With deep gratitude and in adoration of this grace which has made it possible for all of us to gather here and sing His powerful name for 1 hour, we have offered the Nama lotuses at His lotus feet. And let us continue to do our every work as His seva in the spirit of surrender to Him, and offer the seva lotuses as well at His feet. As we have been going through some of the teachings of Bhagavan under the title Yogi Ram Surat Kumar's Divya Vani, today we shall take up one particular teaching. Bhagavan says there is only one existence, and that of Father, only one mind, only one life, nothing else, no one else, all in Father, Father in all. A very, very profound teaching, very difficult to practice because to us there are so many existences. We see with our intellect only differences all the time. That someone is tall, someone is short, someone is dark, someone is white, someone is good, someone is bad, and so on and so forth. All the time. Each one exists to us in a very unique, separate way, and accordingly we react and keep a relationship with it. Now Bhagavan says there is only one existence, and that of Father. And there is only one mind, one life, nothing else, no one else. All in Father, Father in all. So how to understand this profound statement in the simplest way possible to understand, so that we would at least attempt to practice it. Now, Bhagavan repeatedly said, he put his experience, continued, established experience in the words, my Father alone exists. There is nothing else, no one else. And then he would say, everything happens only by Father's will. And whatever happens is perfect, because God is perfect, His Leela is perfect. And whatever happens is grace. This is something we have repeatedly gone through and is very familiar to us, though we do not know how far it has gone deep inside. Now he says there is only one mind. But we know even our own mind behaves like two minds many times. And if you go to a psychiatrist, he would say there are 16 personalities in one person. There are 5 personalities, 3 personalities, and then 2 personalities. They call it bipolar, this and that. But they're all deviations. Even in one mind, human mind, we are able to make out the differences, and we call them different minds. So how to accept this statement that there is only one mind, there is only one life? Now we all know when we think of ourselves, when I think of myself, I say, I am thinking, I am talking, I am doing. This I is what I feel, and that's how I start my sentences. If you ask an ant, and if the ant is able to say, it would also say, I am searching for some sweet. This I is in the ant as well. And if a tree can speak to you, and if you ask the tree something about itself, it will say, oh yes, I am swaying in the breeze. Otherwise, I stand still. I am giving out fruits. So this I am, be it an animal, or an insect, or a tree, or a plant, whatever you take, or a human being, or a devata, a rishi, and even Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, this I am is common to all. But after I am, the differences begin to express. I am a woman. A man says I am a man. And a boy says I am a boy. And the tree says I am a tree. And the ant says I am an ant. I am a mosquito. I am an elephant. I am a lion. So the third word differs from mind to mind, meaning there are several million minds. Each creature has its own mind and mindset, as we call it. But then this I am is common to all the creatures. If all the creatures can speak, they too would start their sentences with I am doing this, I am so and so. This I am, which is common to all the creatures of the creation, is that one mind, the mind of Ishvara, the one life, the life of Ishvara. Like Bhagavan says, it's the existence of my Father, the existence of one Ishvara. But then, after I am, all the differences occur, and so this one mind is called a samashti mind, and that will turn into several minds. So what happens really is, this I am is that supreme Brahman, that pure awareness, the pure consciousness. The pure awareness has no third word, only I am. I am means I exist. I exist. The Sat. And then to be able to say I exist, Chit is needed. The knowledge, the intelligence. And then the Sat Chit is full of bliss, Ananda. So this Sat Chit Ananda is that I am present in all the creatures. But after I am, everything differs. Even among the ladies, one will say, I am Sushila, the other one would say, I am Komala, and the other one will say, I am Jennifer, and so on. So among the animals there are varieties, among the insects there are varieties. There are varieties and varieties and varieties. So the one divine, the one mind has divided itself into zillions of minds. So the samashti mind has become vyashti, the individuals, the individual beings, be it an insect or an animal or a plant or a human being or a rishi or a devata. So Bhagavan says, people like Bhagavan, all those great Mahatmas, they have raised themselves, their individual consciousness to begin with. They were able to raise this individuality, the individual consciousness, to such an extent they finally dissolved in that divine consciousness, the one divine consciousness, the one mind, the one Ishvara. But at the same time, because they were aware how they raised themselves to that state, they come back and tell us how to raise ourselves also from the limitations of our individuality, our individual consciousness, to that supreme consciousness. So Bhagavan, who is established the highest truth, the only truth, everything else is Maya. So he would always express this highest truth in which he is established in this fashion. He would say, my Father alone exists. There is nothing else, no one else. No one is separate, no one is isolated. You are beyond the beyond. You are the past, you are the present, you are the future. You are the Kala, the time, and the timelessness. So what do they mean? They seem to be pairs of opposites, but they convey the absolute truth and the relative truth. The relative truth is this world, which is Maya, as we call it. But you wouldn't know it is Maya until you wake up out of this state. This is also a dream, a long dream of 70 years, 80 years, 90 years for some people, 100 years for a rare few people. It's a dream that we go through, and in the dream everything seems so real. So I am real, so I am so-and-so, and someone else is real to me, and so they are so-and-so. So the varieties really exist to us in this Maya world, in this dream world. So everything is truth to us, but it's a relative truth. Why? Once we wake up out of it, we shall see that absolute truth, that none of the creatures exist, no creation, no worlds at all. Not only this world, there are 14 worlds as they have described in the scriptures. No world, no creature, no creation, no Brahma, no Vishnu, no Shiva. There is only that supreme Brahman, that pure awareness, and there is nothing else to be aware of. So the awareness is aware of itself alone, and without knowing that it's being aware of itself. It's just pure awareness, it's nothing else to be aware of. So we all have to raise ourselves to that state, or in simple statement of Bhagavan, every one of us should do our sadhana as prescribed by our gurus, so that we would lift our limited, narrow-minded individual consciousness to higher and higher levels of consciousness, and finally we dissolve in that supreme consciousness. And when you come to that stage of supreme consciousness, then it is only one existence, one mind, one life. Because if we take ourselves for an example, there is this Chaitanya inside us, this pure awareness is in every creature. Like I said, it's in a worm which is wriggling and struggling and dies mostly crushed by the feet of people. The helpless ants, the helpless one-celled animals, and all those animals in the kingdom of animals, the plants and the trees. Every creature here has this Chaitanya within. This Chaitanya is that supreme Brahman, which is usually the witness consciousness in all of us. It simply is. And then when it begins, when it feels that there should be creation, then each one's breath starts. From the divine consciousness, our in-breath and out-breath in-breath and out-breath. And this way, the life starts in a human being, the life starts in all the animals, in all the plants and trees, in all kingdoms of varieties of creation. So it is Chaitanya, the same Chaitanya which is inside us, which is inside the realized souls, which is inside those devatas, which is inside Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. It is the same Chaitanya that is in a worm or a mosquito or an ant or a plant or a tree. All those creatures, infinite. Now we have to reach that level. So Bhagavan has given us a very simple prescription for that. With our in-breath and out-breath, there is a small I, this capital I, the universal consciousness. It functions as an awareness, but it's witness, so it does not help you in the run of your life. It is just being a witness. When you cry your heart out because you are in danger, or you are in a fix because of some problem and your very honor is at stake, you cry out. You shed pots of tears. The witness consciousness, the Chaitanya within you, God, will not come to your help unless you with your limited mind connect with Him in a personal way. So Bhagavan says, the prescription of Nama chanting is to awaken this pure awareness so that it will participate in your life. It will respond to your calls. It will help you in your times of difficulties. So when you chant the name of the Divine, then the same witness consciousness becomes personal God of that particular name. If I am calling out to Arunachala Shiva, then the witness consciousness responds to me as Arunachala Shiva. If I call out Yogi Ram Sarat Kumar, the same witness consciousness instantly becomes Yogi Ram Sarat Kumar and responds to my calls. So the Nama chanting is the easiest and of course the highest because it connects you with God instantly. When you call out the name, the Nama, Nami is instantly present inside you. The Chaitanya, the witness consciousness, instantly turns into your personal God, by whose name you are calling out. So when you are in difficulties, when you call out the name of God, then God, in the form that pertains to His name, would be instantly present and He would come to your help. So the witness consciousness, the formless, pure awareness will not help us. But that witness consciousness has become all the creatures, it has become the whole cosmos and all the creatures that exist in it. And it is that I am in all the creatures. And the difference comes only in the forms. And the consciousness that becomes limited according to the form. So, if you have to reach that highest truth of Bhagavan, he says there is only one existence. The existence of my Father, the existence of Ishvara. Then, if we call out the name of Ishvara by any name, the name of your Guru, the name of any deity, then Slowly, slowly, we get uplifted from one level of consciousness to another and to another. And finally, we are able to reach that state of one existence. Until then, there will be many, many existences to us, each one with its own differences. This is what we call relative truth. This world is Maya world. It is a relative truth. All truths here pertaining to this world are only relative truth. Since the world doesn't really exist except in our mind. It's just like when you dream, in the dream every detail is so real. When you cry, sometimes you cry out loudly and you wake up. Somebody dies in the dream, someone so close to you, and then you start crying and you cry out loudly. And the very cry wakes you up, and then you find that there is no death at all, nobody around, and you are safe in your room, in your bed. A tiger attacks you, you imagine that you are going through. You wouldn't know you are imagining. In the dream you are going through a forest. Some wild animal, a lion or tiger, should attack you all of a sudden. You would be so frightened that you would start screaming and you would start running in the dream. Your running would be so real, your trembling would be so real, your screaming will be so real. Without knowing, you'll be screaming loudly, and then you wake up. You would still be trembling, you would be sweating in fear, but then you would know there is no forest, no tiger, no lion, and your life is not in danger anymore. Then you understand all that happened only in your mind, even though when it happened, it looked so real. The same thing happens here. So, this is called a Vyavaharik world. In the Vyavaharik world, everything is relative but true to us. Now when Bhagavan says there is only one existence and that of my Father, it is His truth. He has found out, He has established Himself in that. Now it must become our truth as well. It is still not our truth. So how to make it our truth? We believe Him, okay. When Bhagavan says something, we believe. But then this belief is not enough, it must become experience. And to make it our experience, we have to follow whatever sadhana He prescribes for us. He would prescribe a sadhana that would suit our temperament. That would be easy and possible for us to do. So if we adopt it in all sincerity and earnestness and intensity, you will see how you are raised from one level of consciousness to the upper levels of consciousness and finally to the divine consciousness. That's what happens when you install a stone image of the Lord, be it Krishna or Shivalinga. It is only a stone, and then only when you put it in the Garbhagriha and then chant the Veda mantras, the power of the Veda mantras will raise the level of consciousness of the stone to that of the divine. So much so, when you stand before a Shivalinga, you don't think you are standing before a stone image. He becomes truly your Shiva, your own intimate Shiva. And then you begin to pray. And what is most surprising is that He answers. He responds to your prayer. So it is only raising the level of consciousness to the highest. And then only you will be able to understand the statement that there is only one existence and that of my Father. My Father alone exists. There is nothing else, no one else. Meaning, there are no others. Then what is these forms? All those forms that I witness in my daily life, they are all your own forms. You have come out in these forms. This I am is your I am. But then we do not know how many births it would take for us to reach that. There are ways and ways to reach. We know this Advaitic Aham Brahmasmi, which assumes in the beginning itself that I am that soul, that pure, limitless, endless soul. The other one is Atma Vichara, Ramana Bhagavan's Atma Vichara. Who am I? This I am, I am. Who is this I am, which is the same in all creatures? So you have to keep on asking, who am I? And then whenever the thought comes, and then you have to question, to whom does this thought come? And then your mind will say, to me. Then who is this me? Who is this I? You return to the question and you keep on asking this question, even though the mind wanders and answers, responds. In the beginning, after some time, the mind would understand that every time the same answer comes to me. Because when you say the thought occurs to me. Then when you return to this me, you are leaving the thought behind. You are not paying attention to the thought. You begin to pay attention to me and the I. So little by little you begin to stay put in this I. And then as you begin to concentrate on this I, whatever I is there, whatever stuff is there, it begins to reveal itself. That is how they found out the truth. And then the one that is the easiest, best suited for Kali Yuga is this Nama chanting. Kali Yuga, people are very naturally weak, both in body and mind. They cannot do severe sadhana, severe austerities of the other yugas. People are easily distracted. It's always the wandering mind, seeking the comforts of the body and the comforts of the mind, that which entertains the body and the mind. So in Kali Yuga, the mind keeps wandering all the time. So the ancient rishis have prescribed this Nama. Just keep chanting the Nama of the Divine. Nami will be present immediately. And then you develop a relationship with the Nami, your personal God. And in the intimacy of the relationship, you would slowly begin to understand what it's all about. So let us bring this, even though we are far removed from that one existence and that of Father, even though this is the truth of the great Mahatmas who are established in that, to make it our own truth, our own experience, we have to keep attempting. We have to keep trying out the sadhana prescribed by our masters, and that is why we all have to keep on chanting the name of the Divine, and for us it's Yogi Ram Sarat Kumar. Ramana Bhagavan says, God, Guru and grace are one and the same. You mention one word, the other two are contained in it. They are one and the same. So let us keep chanting Yogi Ram Sarat Kumar with as much intensity as possible for us, and that in all earnestness and sincerity, and see what happens for ourselves, how we get transformed. We will now offer our today's prayer. Bhagavan, we beg you again and again for your immediate divine intervention to change the ways of the world. For now, the world today is indulging in a lot of violence, which is very shocking and sickening. We beg you to bring in unity, harmony, discipline, control, order into the lives of people, so that people begin to live a disciplined life, a life rooted in dharma, with remembrance of God. We also beg you to stop this war that's going on between two countries of the world with its own justification. But then we see those disastrous effects of the war. We beg you, Bhagavan, to stop this war immediately and bring in peace and harmony. We also beg you to bless the whole world so that there will be no mention of the word war at all among the countries of the world. We also beg you to keep under control those sudden attacks of severe diseases and violent furies of nature and those devastating accidents. We beg you again to uproot all the negativities of the human mind which are responsible for today's world of violence. And in this world, whichever country people belong to, whichever language they speak, and whichever religion they have embraced, no matter how many varieties of them exist, even they are struck by the law of karma, which is nothing but divine justice. And then they too suffer without help or protection. They may not believe in those theories, but the law of karma doesn't wait for their faith. We beg you, Bhagavan, to reach out to all of them all over the world and do the needful. We also beg you to protect all those unselfish people, the sevaks who slog for the welfare of the others all over the world. From what? From unhealthy, unworthy remarks of criticism and aspersion. We beg you again to promote the economy of the country and the growth in varied fields of activity, right from science and technology up to spirituality, so that India would reach that highest status of world teacher for what? To conduct the whole world in the path of dharma. We also beg you, pray to you for ceaseless and joyful chanting of your powerful name and unbroken remembrance of your leelas and teachings so that we assimilate it and make it into our Atma Shakti. Please bless us to be only sattvic instruments in your hand and not rakshasic elements by any chance. Bless our everyday life so that we run it as an offering to you and not be caught by the temptations of Maya. We also seek that the ultimate state of ultimate state of beingness, the ultimate truth, the ultimate being of bliss and peace of yours. But then we know we need to be purified. Right now, our mind is full of attachments to the world, attachments to objects and people, and that in utter selfishness. There are latent tendencies of the past karmas and then growing desires for worldly possessions, because of which there will be attacks of fear, anger, jealousy, vengeance, competition, passion, self-pride and whatnot. And above all, complaints, feeling that we are lacking in something by comparing ourselves with others, just forgetting all the blessings that we already have. So what does it do? It lands us in depression and medicine. But then the saving grace, as thundered by Bhagavan, is the divine name, a powerful weapon to destroy all that is unwanted in us. Bhagavan, we take refuge in your powerful name and beg you for our early purification. Wherever we live in this world, whatever work that falls into our hand as our duty, we know it's all your work and we should be able to do it in the spirit of service to you, and that joyfully, without any unhealthy competition or jealousy, so that each work that we do, even in our daily life, however ordinary and little detail it is, will turn into Atma Shakti. Bhagavan, please bless us to practice acceptance of whatever life brings to us, be it a joy or sorrow. They happen only by your sankalpa, your will. And whatever comes from you can only be a great blessing. Why? Because it's meant for our spiritual transformation, for greater good, for closer kinship with God. So when a bad karma takes over, we react violently. We collapse. We resent God and His grace, feeling let down. And then we begin to attack others, claiming that it is they who are responsible for our failures. But then Bhagavan, with all His compassion and generosity, puts a blessing in every punishment that we go through in this life. How He pushes us somehow back to Himself, and He turns our every adversity, every suffering into a blessing. How a higher wisdom is born out of every adversity, and then you can understand very clearly whatever you held as strength and protection, be it your money, power, relatives and friends, you come to understand that they will desert you, they will ditch you in the times of difficulty out of their own helplessness sometimes, and that God is your only strength and protection. As the truth takes deeper root, the mind gets cleared and begins to be purified. And in a purified mind, God's power begins to reflect. Bhagavan, we pray to you, make us understand that it's only your sankalpa, your will, that's behind all the happenings of life and the world. Please bless us to be grateful to you, even for the adversities of life. And we seek your powerful blessings for all the species of the cosmos to be lifted to a higher plane. And finally, we seek liberation from the binding, vicious cycle of births and deaths, the root cause of which is this aham-bhavam, this limited consciousness, the tyranny of the ego, the I and mind that rule our lives all the time. Please uproot this aham-bhavam and promote atma-bhavam in us, so that we too be blessed with that immortal life, that eternal living merged with God, merged with Father, or eternal servitude in surrender to Father. Father, who is none other than that supreme divinity that is you to us. Jai Yogi Ram Sarat Kumar.